SMT Nation, we back. Nation, I listened to the whole T-Mobile earnings call today, and I walked away with a very large impression. The questions, the focus of the calls, the interest was in fiber. And, T-Mobile commented a lot in regards to it. They're trying to make you think it's just a small thing that they're doing. No way. No way. Not based on the commentary, not based on the replies, not based on the questions. They're calling it a side gig in this article here from Drew Fitzgerald, the Wall Street Journal, but there's a couple of reasons why we should be skeptical about this. All right, link for that article will be provided. It's in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. Please do like and share this video. Subscribe if you're new here, and turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, folks, so why did I make this video? What's the inspiration? Well, I sat there through over an hour-long earnings call. These can be really, really boring. The T-Mobile ones, obviously, you get Eugene up there. You get Mike Sievert, the CEO. He puts it on thick. You know what I mean? And, just very extra. But I sat through it. I listened, and I caught some gems. All right, so the first thing I want to mention is with respect to the fiber acquisitions. That would be the MetroNet. That would be the Lumos. He was quoted as saying there's not much more appetite for fiber. It's kind of crazy for him to say that because it's so early. Those deals, he was speaking to them as if they were foregone conclusions. So, guys, don't expect any type of pushbacks or any type of issues with regulations. They'll be able to close out those deals. It should be a non-issue. Now, additionally, with respect to fiber, he referred to fiber as being elegant, a quote for a word that I've never heard fiber referred to as elegant. I don't even get it. Like, is it a metaphor? Is there symbolism to it? I don't know. When I think of elegant, maybe he means like ultra premium, possibly. I don't know. But that's an interesting word that he decided to use over and over again. I counted at least a half dozen times he specifically referred to fiber as an asset that is elegant. Okay, but anyways, to the numbers. MetroNet, specifically, they chose that acquisition because they are the fastest growing fiber operator in the country, according to him. Additionally, he spoke to the Lumos deal and how it was going to be T-Mobile branded, and then he spoke to the numbers. All right, so 3.5 million homes by 2028 for Lumos, 6.5 million homes for MetroNet by 2030. That puts them beyond 10 million homes passed with their wholesale partnerships, like Intrepid and things like that. They exceed 2 million there on that side. So that puts them beyond 12 million homes passed just in those basic moves, right? Spending wise, they're probably like $6 billion in on those moves. So to kind of give you guys some idea of how they're doing it, and with respect to the structure, they're in as joint ventures, right? They're not sole owners. So it kind of reduces their exposure, and they kind of feel comfortable with that. Things we've spoke to previously. But I think those are important things to note. We actually learned quite a bit about T-Mobile and their fiber opportunities here. With respect to how much reach, I think Cable Craig, you guys know Clown Shoes, he asked the question about, how much of the country they would reach and stuff like that. I don't know. You could do the math. There's 340 million United States citizens. They're going to have passings of about 12 million with these deals, right? So it's still just a small percentage of about 3-4% of the country, right? With respect to convergence, he spoke to that too. He said it's good to have it, good to have multiple offers with respect to home broadband, with the fiber and also the wireless. But he says it's not a make or break deal. The impressions that customers will shop and take the best deal. But he did say, that it does lower churn, when you do have a customer that takes both. So once you land it, you do a nice job of keeping it. But, it's a little bit different for cable because he gave us a number, or actually an explanation, saying that, wireless churn is already very low, and it's true. T-Mobile came in at 0.80, Verizon came in at 0.85, and then AT&T came in at 0.70. In quarter where all of them raised prices by multiple dollars, and they had hacks and network outages and like the churn is still very, very low, right? So they're moving fearlessly. They have no concerns about the fiber operations. It's small, it's not big, investment for them. The way they're treating it is kind of like they're dipping their toes. And look, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. You just hope that, as a wireless company, they don't lose focus of the core business. But they did mention that fiber, because they can offer symmetrical speeds, has an upsell path, which means to me they see it as a higher ARPU or ARPA, better margin business for them. They said it offers, much better enterprise value. I don't know if that means, they're looking at network solutions beyond fiber to the premise. I don't know how they do that. Shout out to Walt Pychek. He asked the question, on the questionable returns of fiber, which is something many investors in T-Mobile have questioned in the past, why AT&T and Verizon heavily invested in fiber and you'd never get the returns. T-Mobile said something really interesting. They said, we're T-Mobile, we'll be different. So they're basically saying other companies have problems getting return on their fiber. We won't be one of them. I found that hilarious. It's kind of interesting to see the arrogant approach of companies when they say that they will buck the trend and they'll be the difference. They'll be the one that's different, right? 100 things happen in the past. You get the same outcome. Nope, we're going to do it and we're going to get different outcomes. And while I applaud them and the confidence, the exuding that confidence is great and fun and amazing, I'd bet against it. If you believe that fiber is a waste, if you believe it's got a questionable return, which I don't, I think it's a long-term, solid, upstanding asset, and I think T-Mobile's wise to invest in it. So I'm not even in that boat. But anyways, all this long, drawn-out commentary in fiber to say this. T-Mobile is investing into fiber. It is clear that they are doing so. It's at a scale that they like. It's at a pace that they like. It's nothing crazy. But guys, the earnings call was like about 1 hour and 10 minutes long at least. And a large majority of it was questions and commentary about fiber. This is not nothing. It is definitely something. We'll see what this does for T-Mobile in the future. We'll be getting updates in the fall. There'll be some kind of a technology conference, and we'll kind of hear more about this, I'm sure. And then, we'll learn more about the wholesale deals in time, and I think there's more of those, and I do think that there's more fiber coming. Now, Mike Sievert, the CEO, did say no appetite for more, but I'm not buying it. Not when you see all those questions being asked of them from investors. I think there is more coming. I think he's just playing coy, and it's just part of the whole game theory concept, right? You never want to show your hand. Keep your cards close to your chest. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. Your take. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.